Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rawach, B'dash double honor unto the elder apostles and great millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Now, I wanted to do a quick video about Kamala Harrison, or Harris actually, but I'm going to read these few scriptures first. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, his ways, his plots, his tricks, his mannerisms, his plans, methods, tricks, in order to get us with a particular aim, because he's trying his stratagems, plot or ploy, actually, plan, cunning plan at that, stratagem, a plan or scheme, especially one to use to outwit an opponent or achieve an end. What he's making you do is basically sinning according to Yahweh Bashem Yahashai, according to the scriptures, right? Because this female here that is called Kamala Harrison, this female, she's not so-called black. She's the tear baby, and going back to her great-grandfather. Now, this is her father. Everybody knows that, right? But they call him black also, right? But of course, I checked on his ethnicity, and it shows you that he has this wife over here, this guy and this female. They made a child, which is all set up. And then I clicked on Donald J. Harrison. I wanted to check more about him. So then I clicked on his parents, and I typed in Donald J. Harris parents. And I came to this guy, Oscar Joseph Harris and Beryl Christine Harris. So I clicked on Oscar Joseph Harris, right? Then I clicked on a few other sites. It shows here Oscar Joseph Harris. And then I see here family members. His parent is Joseph Alexander Harris. And then his spouse was this one here from a period of time, I think after this one died. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. But then this one says here, Christina Miss whatever thing Brown. And they call her black also. So they call her black. But who is this one? Christina Miss whatever Brown, Chrissy Brown or something like that. Anyway, these are his parents of this guy. So this guy is he is the grandfather of this female over here, right? So she's a tear baby. She's an Edomite, because it shows you here. This is his father, right? And then this was the mother, but then he got this one. And who is this female? Christina something. So it says here that, okay, there's da. And then son of Joseph Alexander Harris and Christina Brown. Okay, that's the same thing here. Joseph Alexander Harris and Christiana Brown. Okay, so it says the same thing there, right? Father of Donald Harris. And who's Donald Harris? I just showed you that is, oh, a picture is here. I didn't see that here. That is Kamala Harris' father. Yeah, here. Father of Kamala Harris and Maya Harris. So, this guy is the father of Kamala. So, this is her grandfather. And then who is her grandmother? Well, I think yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, so now I'm gonna go here. So this is the grandfather, this is his father, and this is his mother. So this guy, his father is an Edomite, and his mother is also an Edomite, but she's so-called black. But if you click on this word over here that I did, then you will get, well, this is him, which I'll get to that later. Oh, it's the same thing? It's the same thing. Oh yeah, I can click it away. Okay, cool. So, okay, I already have this. Okay, this one. This is his wife. Now, what is his wife? I looked at her and I was like, nah, that's the goddamn therapy. And I didn't even know it yet. But then I looked up her parents. And I see here Hamilton Brown and Mary whatever Mulvina Brown. Okay. So I clicked on Hamilton Brown. I clicked on that, and at first I clicked on her mother, actually. Sorry. which is her mother. And yeah, but anyway, I clicked on her father, Hamilton Brown. What does it say? Sugar planter slave owner. And what was his wife? Kate Williams, which was a slave. So she got raped continually until she gave birth to her. So that's crazy. It says your Kate Williams was a slave, and then her father was Hamilton Brown or something like that. And then, but then this name, I don't really 100% get. What is that? Mary, or whatever. Maybe the name changed or something like that. I don't know. But this guy, Hamilton Brown, I clicked on him, and it says that he was a slave owner, and he had a slave and stuff like that. And his spouse, children, grandchildren, and great grandchildren married to Mary Malvina Brown, which is then therefore her mother, right? Because I don't know what the hell is going. But her father is an Edomite, so she's most likely a tear baby. Not most likely, she is. If her father is that Edomite, here, 1833, 1819. 1833, 1819 is when he died in Jamaica. He died in Jamaica. He came from Ireland. Oh, hey. Could be, could not, I don't know. Not everybody from Ireland is a Jake, you know what I'm saying? So don't get that in your head. And by the way, this is the mother's side anyway. Anyway, you had Edomites there too. So until this day, you still have them there. So he married to this one. Okay, deceased. And then he had a daughter, which is what, Christina Brown, Elita Brown, or something like that. Yeah, I don't know what the Kate Williams things is, but yeah, he obviously he married a so-called black female. Well, it must have been a slave, you know. Probably changed her name. Relations with Joseph Alexander Harris. That's who he had relations with, because that was basically on the other side. But anyway, I don't need, this is not actually 100% important. I just wanted to get that right in there, that this is not a black woman, because this is a tear baby. Her father is a Edomite. That was my point of showing her, because if you look up other websites, it will say that she's black. She's not. She's not a Jake. She's a tear baby. And this guy is the father of Kamala Harrison, which is, he is the father of, where is it? Oscar Joseph Wilde Harris, which is this guy. And then this guy is the father of Donald Jasper Harris, as you can see here. Where is it? Sorry. He is the father of Donald Joseph. What is it? Donald Joseph of Jasper? Donald Jasper, whatever. And he's married to Shamala Gopalan. Shamala Gopalan. Which is Shamala Gopalan. Well, it's not a photo of her, but her parents are this guy and this female. And look at them, because I'm going to look them up. What's her name again? Oh, I could just do this. What? Trying to be irritated, man? And oh, it's still different. Sorry. And then you look up her parents. And then you're gonna see them there. But wait. There's a photo of them. Where? Here they go. This guy and this female is this guy and this female are the parents of her. So that's that checks out. This one checks out too. This is his son and her son, which this is a tear baby and this is an Edomite. It doesn't matter if she was a Jake or not. It doesn't matter. The point is that this matters, the father's side. So this is the great grandfather of Kamala Harris. So yeah, I'm repeating the same thing. Sorry, I could have kept it actually very smooth, very short. But yeah, these are this is Joseph and Alex, no, Joseph Alexander Harris, and his grandchildren are is Kamala Harrison, one of his grandchildren, and the other one. But she is going with a Jake, if I'm correct. No, I saw it. I saw it. She went with a Jake. So her children are, of course, Israelites, unless he's a goddamn tear baby. But yeah, she looks like a black woman because she's brown too. That's why. But yeah, her children are Israelites. Her children are Israelites. She doesn't look like a Jake here to me. She's also a tear baby because it's the same. It's the same father. It's the same father. It's the same great grandfather. You know, so she's a tear baby. And yeah, but her children, so these two, their children, they will be Israelites. So that's how it works. We are what your father is. So your children are lucky because they're Matthew 13, the children of the kingdom. They might make it into the kingdom, and if they don't make it because they don't want to listen to the heavenly Father, well, then they're going to be born again in their right mind, but they're still going to be Israelites because they're the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob through this guy, because he's the seed of Jacob, unless he's also some kind of Confucian tear baby ancestry or something like that. I don't know. I'm not gonna look him up. Doesn't even matter. We know what is what when it is presented before us, Heavenly Father, and if we Heavenly Father willing, and if we don't know, then the Lord is going to reveal it to the Spirit. So, Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15: Thou shalt in any wise set him, not her, over thee whom Yahweh thy power shall choose, one from among thy brethren shall shall thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger from another race over thee, which is not thy brother. And this is man. You're not even supposed to put a female over you as voting, because it shows you also right here. First Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, meaning you need to be underneath a man, right? But I suffer not a woman to teach nor to usurp authority over the man. Take a position of power or importance. Last time I checked, trying to be the president is a something of importance, because those are not even the people that are actually making the rules. They're just the puppets right there. Hey, check about it. Think about it. Every nation on the planet Earth, Esau is trying to put a puppet leader in there, and if they don't comply, then they die. Let me see, presidents. You know what? I'm not gonna type that in. On presidents that died during COVID. Let me just African presidents during, because they say that they in Tanzania, these four leaders were not killed in your pushing. Okay, I didn't say anything. I just typed in. You see, it's like when you come up in the room and the first person that's jump up. I didn't steal nothing. What's your question? Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, I didn't even say it. But so what is stolen? I don't know. I just said something because. Right. Anyway, keep on playing your games, Esau. Keep on playing your games. I didn't type anything. You saw what I did, right? I know. See, let me see here. If I type in my name but I misspell it, Google is not gonna correct me. I don't need to do that, but you can do that if you want to, But if I type in my my GMS, a username, they're not gonna correct you. You're not gonna find it. Anyway, so yeah, there you have it. Oh, it says here. So usurp authority means that, yeah, you're not the boss. You're not supposed to be the boss, nor to usurp authority over the what? Over the man, but to be in silence. That's what it's supposed to be. So first and foremost, you're not even allowed to vote for her. You're not even allowed. And that whole voting thing, I just gave you the example. Well, I didn't finish it. Sorry, let me finish it. Every sorry. Every nation on this planet Earth, every nation on this confessions, let me see. Every nation on this planet Earth is here. Here, this one I want. Okay. I'm gonna put this link in the description box so you can check it out, and we work in many different ways.
In addition to our cooperation.
In addition to our cooperation.
Things that benefit a few rich people in that country.
Things that benefit a few rich people in that country, and then the rest of the people will suffer. Why? He's gonna explain to you that they put here, but threats and bribes always convince him. So it says here, he began writing Confessions of an Economic Hitman in the 1990s, but threats and bribes always convinced him to spot. But the point is that he's going to explain to you that they're going to come to you and they're going to put a briefcase and a gun. And you get to choose which one you want. If you choose the gun, then they're going to kill you. If you choose the money, then basically you're going to be rich, but it's only going to benefit a few rich people in your land already, in the country that you have already. And the rest of the people, they're just going to suffer even more, you know? And for example, you had this guy, Iran revolt, they was all behind it. He's explaining to you what they do, and then that guy was died here. This one.
Didn't like that in the United States. I was sent down as one of several economic hitmen.
I was sent down as one of several economic hitmen to change Raldos.
To change Roldos.
To
corrupt him.
To corrupt him.
Around, to let him know, you know, okay, you know, you can get very rich, you and your family, if you play our game. But if you continue to try to keep these policies you've promised,
they don't want you to keep the promises that you, the policies that you promised to the people as a politician. They want you to break it because that is what they do. They have a snake tongue. They are the deceivers of the planet Earth. This is their job.
You're gonna go.
You're gonna go.
He wouldn't listen.
He wouldn't listen.
He was assassinated.
Ecuadorian leader dies in plane crash. That's how they get you.
As soon as the plane crashed, the whole area was cordoned off. The only people allowed in were U.S. military from a nearby base and some of the Ecuadorian military. When an investigation was launched, two of the key witnesses died in car accidents before they.
Two of the key witnesses died in car accidents before they could testify. The key witnesses.
Got a chance to testify. A lot of very, very strange things that went on around the assassination of Jaime Roldos. I, like most people who've really looked at this case, have absolutely no doubt that it was assassination. And of course, in my position as an economic hitman, I was always expecting something to happen to Jaime, whether it be a coup or assassination. I wasn't.
This is what they do. My point is that every nation on this planet Earth, they have a puppet leader. What makes you think, and they choose the politicians and they choose the leaders and stuff like that in other countries. So what makes you think that in America that you have free choice of election, seeing the Edomites do it with every other nation on the planet Earth? What makes you think that you are choosing your leader? That's why Kamala Harris is a stooges. It's a puppet. It's a joke. It's like the Three Stooges. You know what I'm saying? It's a joke done to you. They're playing with you.
I wasn't sure, but that he would be taken down because.
Anyway, there's many more. There's many more examples. He didn't want to listen, and then Saddam also didn't want to listen. They killed him. But let me see more. You know what? I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. This thing is a very important video that you must needs watch. You need to watch it. So I'm gonna not make this video too long. I already made it too long, but sorry about that. Just watch this video for yourself, and then you will see like, okay, so what makes you think that you're choosing a leader like of your own people? What makes you think that? He is an Edomite. He's a Caucasus male. This is his father. You know what I'm saying? And they might want to throw you off, say he's Scottish. Okay, stop playing with that. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody from Scotland, this is Jake. Not everybody from Ireland, this is Jake. You know what I'm saying? And do you really think that because even in the KKK, they said, no niggers, no Irish, no Sicilians allowed. What makes you think? And by the way, the Illuminati fraction comes from the Scottish and Masonry group. That's one of the highest ones. If I'm correct, that's the highest one. What makes you think that everybody in Scotland is a Jake then? Therefore, I mean, like they damn sure are as hell no, and they ask them entities, just like how in the book of First Ezra chapter 5, if I'm correct, where the high priest he can see what tribe you are. Don't you think that they have high priests also that can also see here that can also see your nation? You don't think that they have? Look at Acts chapter 16. Didn't the woman know that these are the men of the Lord? Hey, I didn't want it. I want that. And what did I want again? Oh shit. Wait, sorry. Let me get this one first. Oh yeah, that's what I want. Let me see. Here, First Ezra chapter 5, verse 40. For unto them said Nehemiah and Athaliah that they should not be partakers of the holy things, till there arose up an high priest clothed with doctrine and truth. What does that mean? If you read the entire chapter, you will figure out that, oh, these were the ones that they're talking about that were not allowed to be partakers of the holy things were actually Israelites, but they were sold in slavery under the Babylonians, and then they came back, but they didn't know if they were Levites or not. And this one, you can you can, Ezra chapter 2, you can read about it here. Ezra 2. Ezra 2 and 59. Here. And these were they which went up from Tel Malah, Tel Harzah, Cherub, Adan, and Immer, but they could not show their father's house and their seed, whether they were of Israel. And here, First Ezra chapter 50. Chapter 5, verse 40 was that. And then, let me see here, verse 38. No, okay, Ados, yeah, wait. Verse 39, First Ezra chapter 5, verse 38. Let me see something. It says here, son of Akos, okay. The sons of Ados. It's gonna say it somewhere around here. Ezra chapter 2. Something with Del. Sorry. Okay, if you just read the chapter, it's gonna pop up. You know, you're gonna see it, and then you're gonna find out like, oh, that's what it's talking about. Because these men came from there. What was it? Anyway, you can read the chapter for yourself if you have the time. You're gonna come across it somewhere. But the point is that they could not be partakers of the holy things because they did not know whether they were of Levi or not. And to then spare them of blood upon their hands, then they said, okay, you cannot be partakers of the holy things. Why? Numbers 3 and 51. And when the tabernacle setteth forth, which is the tent where the ark of the covenant was in, the Levite shall take it down. And when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levite shall set it up. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. That's why. And they are not allowed to participate in the holy things. And also in the book of Numbers, chapter 17. So those were the strangers. Now you had other heathen nation strangers also in the midst of us. And but also the Israelites themselves. Because it says here, Numbers chapter 17, verse 10, and Yahweh said unto Moses, bring Aaron's rod again before the testimony to be kept for a token against the rebels. What rebels? The 12 princes of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. So the 12 tribes, they were rebelling against Moses because Heavenly Father chose Levi to do the holy work. But the others was like, no, we're princes, and the Most High is not just dealing with you, he's dealing with us also, basically. And the Most High said, like, no. And thou shalt quit take away their murmurings from me, that they die not. So they need to shut the hell up before I kill them, because they was talking like, no, we want to do things too. You're not the only one. I mean, we're princes and we're leaders too, going on. And Moses did so, as Yahweh commanded him, as so did he. And the children of Israel spake unto Moses here, the sons of Israel, not the strangers, the sons of Israel spake unto Moses, saying, behold, we die, we perish, we all perish. Whosoever cometh anything near unto the tabernacle, which is where the Ark of the Covenant is in, as you can see here, the Ark of the Covenant is there. If you come near, you can't. And only the Levites were allowed to pitch tent near the Ark of the Covenant, and the rest were not allowed to pitch near the Ark of the Covenant. It's somewhere in the book of Leviticus. It explains that. Okay, so it says here, near. Wait, whosoever cometh anything near unto the tabernacle of Yahweh shall die. Shall we be consumed with dying? If you listen, if you just stay away from the Ark of the Covenant, if you just stay away from the tent, the tabernacle where the Ark of the Covenant is in, yeah, then you're gonna live. But if you come near, the Lord said you're gonna die, and you don't want to die, right? Well, then don't come near. Don't be a burden to yourself. And the stranger that comes nigh shall be put to death. That's that one, which are the heathen nations that was also there. But when we break the law, then he will allow these heathen nations to come and just touch the Ark of the Covenant. We're going to be like, what? He don't die. Yeah, because you sinned. And if you go look in the Ark of the Covenant, you're going to die. Because when the Philistines, I think it was the Philistines, when they looked into the Ark of the Covenant, they didn't die. But when the Israelites, they actually got the ass cancer, which is hemorrhoids. That's what they got. They got hemorrhoids and stuff like that. And then, yeah, but if you look at a gold nugget, if you look at a gold nugget, it actually looks like a hemorrhoid. If you look at it, that's how a hemorrhoid look. Gold here, gold hemorrhoids, roids. Here are gold hemorrhoids, golden hemorrhoids. I didn't want to show that, but anyway, wait. Right, I found it now. It says here that when they got the hemorrhoids, so what did they do? For a peace offering, they did this. 1 Samuel 6:17, and these are the golden hemorrhoids which the Philistines returned from a trespass offer for a trespass offering unto Yahweh. For Ashdod 1, for Gaza 1, for Ashkelon 1, for Gath 1, for Ekron 1. These were the 5 lords of the Philistines that basically they came off and to offer a peace offering on because they got the because they got the hemorrhoids from the Ark of the Covenant, because they played around with it. They took it. They didn't die, but they got sick, and it hurts. If you didn't know, hemorrhoids hurt, right? So golden nugget actually looks like that. Here you had the Dagon, stuff like that, but these were actually Hamites, not Arab looking people. But yeah, it looks gold. Gold looks like that. Raw gold actually does look like that. They're turning it, but they made it look like a rat or something, which is horrible. This is a gold nugget. That's how you find them sometimes. Well, if you dig in the ground, it's possible for you to find it like that. So it looked like an emerald actually. Right. And then you also have you have these Edomites that have these witches and soothsayers and all that type of stuff. So they can see also if you're Edomite. So you would not be able to just join one of their Masonic Scottish Rite Illuminati type thing, whatever they call that. I don't know what they call it, but they have a name for it. But the degree, masonry degree, something like that. Now it says here, Acts chapter 6, you can join them. That's why they have a separate so-called black one, and they have a separate so-called Edomite one. No, not so-called, but I mean Edomite one. A so-called Caucasian one, I wanted to say. So-called Caucasian. Acts chapter 16, verse 16. Acts chapter 16, verse 16. And it came to pass as we went to prayer, A certain damsel possessed with the spirit of definition met us, so the spirit could see things, which brought her masters much gain by soothsaying, fortune telling. So they can do these things, right? The same. This was a Jake woman, by the way. The same followed Paul and us and cried, saying, "These men are the servants of the Most High Yahweh, which show unto us the way of salvation." So she wasn't actually doing anything evil, but she did have a spirit on her, so that's not good. But some people are born that way, just like the witch at Endor. She was born that way. So, hey, certain people have certain things on them, man. Look at the Sarah from the book of Tobit. You know, the wife of Tobias. She also had a spirit on her, but her spirit was a murderer that was in love with her, and everyone that came to sleep with her needed to, not needed, but got murdered. And if you think about it, even the angels said that Raguel is guilty of death. He would be put to death if he gave his daughter unto a heathen, because it shows you right here. Raguel. Raguel is worthy of death. Where was that again? He was worthy of death because, wait, I'm going to read it and then you're going to get it. Here, oh, guilty of that, sorry. The book of Tobit, chapter 6, verse 12. And the maid is fair and wise, and that doesn't mean light skin. Fair skin is a dark, healthy complexion. Now, therefore, hear me, and beautiful. And I will speak to her father. And when we return from Ragas, we will celebrate the marriage. For I know that Raguel cannot marry her to another, according to the law of Moses, but he shall be guilty of death, because the right of inheritance doth rather appertain to thee than any other. And he was the family member of her cousin. Tobias is the cousin, because Tobias is the here it says right here, verse 10, Tobit 6 and 10. The angel said to the young man, "Brother, today we shall lodge with Raguel, who is thy cousin." Actually, it was his uncle. Raguel is his uncle, because Raguel and the other one, his father Tobit, were, I think, nephews or something like that, cousins. They were cousins, so that's actually his uncle, cousin uncle, something like that. He also had only daughter named Sarah. So this is family, because Tobias is the family member of Raguel. I will speak for her, that she may be given thee for a wife. For to thee doth the right of her appertain, seeing thou art only, seeing thou only art of her kindred. So the men that came to sleep with her were not Israelites, therefore they died. I'm not saying that that is a righteous thing to have a spirit with you like that, because it's still not good. Because when the true inheritant of her came, which was Tobias, which was her family member, then the angel told him, do this and let that demon run away. And that demon did run away because he couldn't take it, right? So the point is that you have certain people that are born with certain spirits. I'm not saying that is good. I'm not saying that, but the point is that they do have it. That's what I'm trying to get to. Now it says here, and this did she many days. Acts chapter 16 verse 18. But Paul, being grieved, turned and said to the spirit, I command thee in the name of Yahweh Shai Mashiach to come out of her. And he came out the same hour. But the point is that my point is that she knew things. She had the spirit of divination, and she was a soothsayer. Practice of seeking knowledge of the future unknown by a supernatural. In this case, it was entities. And she had that. Esau has that too. Some of them are born with it too. And therefore, they can know if you are an Edomite or not. Just like how the high priest can know if you are Israelite or not. And he can then therefore tell you, you're not a Levite, you're not supposed to be touching the Ark of the Covenant, or else you're going to die. If you're Judah, it doesn't matter who you are. Even King David was afraid to touch the Ark of the Covenant because he saw the other Judite die. He was like, oh, I don't want that thing in my house. No. But anyway, that's another story. Lord willing, I'm going to cover that in another day, in another chapter. It's somewhere in 2nd Samuel or 1st Samuel. I think 2nd Samuel. But yeah, so with that, I'm going to say I didn't even want to make this too long. But with that, I'm going to say Shalom.